Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining. We are doing something different today. We are on a new route that I have never announced before. So welcome. This is the Piney Woods and Pacific 3-foot narrow gauge set in the 1880s in Northeast Texas. So we just passed the town of Sardis, and today for our first demonstration of the route we are going to be taking this train to the town of Carterville. This is the first time that we are opening up the town of Carterville, so we've got a pretty long train here as we have a lot of goods there in town that are excitedly waiting for us to load up or be delivered. And so yeah, we've got a considerably longer local than what we will usually have. But let's get right to it and let's get on the way. I do have the car tagger set up. This is a great asset for sessions. You got to add it into your session rules. I love the car tagger. It's fantastic. It allows you to tag individual cars. You click on the car, it highlights it for you. You can hit tag, and you can choose any destination you want that will either load or unload that car. So these are industries that I've built. The CA stands for Carterville. SA stands for Sardis, which is here in town. So we're not going to choose those because that's not where the car is going. And then if you want to send it just somewhere random, or if you don't actually have any industries, you can just type in a tag right here. Kind of like how I do on the Coxton sub, and it will keep that tag for you. So anytime you click on any car on the train, this pop-up comes up and it shows you where everything is going. So a nice easy way to kind of keep more or less a switch list. So without further ado, let's get right to it. This guy's really prone to wheel slips. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. There's the extra flags, not bad. Got the high green here to get on our way to Carterville. The only real signals I have here are just to basically create control points in towns. And so by giving you the green, that means you've got the whole block all the way to the next town is yours. There's no real level of detection that you would get in a later period signal system, or even one in the 1950s. It's literally just simulating the fact that the flagman right here in the box is telling you that, hey, you're good to go on the line ahead. And that's it, because you would be working under a train order. So a little bit about this route. I have built this for a friend. This is technically what I'm doing with the JMRI partner project. Ooh, my boiler pressure, I didn't realize how low that's gotten. Oops. And the thing about this route is we're going to be operating two parts of it. So this is the cast division, or subdivision, and I'm going to be operating the Upshur subdivision. And so essentially any trains that I need to send to him and he needs to send to me will send either via email or via iPortal, whichever we decide. And then the funny thing about that is I'm also going to use JMRI to route the cars. So I put the car tagger on here today because I don't have JMRI set up yet. But really in the future, I may or may not actually use car tagger because I'll have JMRI to tell me. And I have got all that, at least in my mind, designed so that it'll work the way I intend. So we'll see, And I'll run it in realistic mode until it, wears me out. But yeah, it's a little 3-foot narrow gauge using mostly Trains Forge assets. The locomotives are Trains Forge. Sorry, the cars are from Trains Forge. So nothing there is new. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I definitely will do a release at some point. Probably will be what I call my $5 phenoms. They're like short little action-packed routes that are $5, but they've got lots of good stuff in them. Nice thing about this one is since it has industries that will load and unload cars, you don't really need JMRI to enjoy it. But I'll eventually get that available for everybody as well, especially since I'll be designing it to work with 2 people, so that'll be really fun. Alright, let's see about getting a little bit of speed. My boiler pressure is way too low, but it's climbing. It's a pretty easy grade though to Carterville, so nothing really to worry about. But yeah, I'm excited about this route. I think it has a lot of potential. It's got essentially 3 branch lines to it. There's a line here to the town of Hugh Springs. There's a line here to the town of Cornet. It's not finished yet. There's a line this way which are going to the town of Carterville. Then here's Sardis, and then the main line will head south to Avenger and then on to Upshur County in northeast Texas, where it'll interchange with my railroad. So that's the plan, at least. One thing I will say about it, the scenery is not going to change too much from what you're seeing right now. I'll be completely honest. I'm not gonna super detail this route. I'm designing it specifically to work on computers that are not quite as robust, and that's because this one is more focused on the operations and running in realistic mode. So there's some challenging grades where you've got to limit the length of your trains and the weight. In fact, the grade heading out of Sardis south, you can't take more than 200 tons with this locomotive. So there's those kinds of limitations, and that's really the focus. So scenery will be done pretty much to the level you're seeing right here. Kind of just occupies space and doesn't look terrible. And that's okay, because like I said, it's a $5 Phenom. Alright, well, I'm going to catch you guys when we get out of the crazy Piney Woods, because you're about to see nothing but this for about 10 minutes if I don't. So catch you guys in just a minute. Alright, here we go, coming out of the woods. We are heading up the creek bed here, but this area has been cleared out for farming, as you can see. I do really love these fence lines, but the only challenge is their draw distance is way lower than anything else, which is a bit of a nuisance. I don't know if it's enough to bother me to replace them, though. But yeah, the creek bed is just right over there. But yep, not too far from Carterville, just, a little over a mile? Not bad. Boiler pressure's finally back up over 100, which is good. I think on this locomotive it tops out at 150. So apologize in advance, but probably will pop the safety valve at some point. There's really not too much I'm going to be able to do about that. So one thing I've noticed on this game is if you keep enough fuel and water in there and you keep a draft going either by driving it or running the blower, you're probably going to hit the safety valve. Just not much you can do about it. It's all good though. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. Just gets a little loud. Yeah, so you can see, it's a compact route. You can definitely tell the world ends past the baseboard, and it's fine. The creek is definitely a lot deeper than I wanted it to be, but that's the nature of trains. If you're not doing 2022, then you can't make the water decrease in height easily without these massive, ridiculous-looking waterfalls. At least not that I know of. And I'm pretty well versed in this stuff. So a few things about Carterville. We've got a place for loading up some stock cars. That's why they're here at the head of the train. We've got a place for loading up cotton. I mean, it is East Texas. We grew a lot of cotton back in the 1880s. We've got a place for loading up some grain. There's plenty of different areas that grew different grains as well. And then we've got, the big industry here in Carterville is the log camp. So it loads up logs and cordwood. So some of the cars we're bringing here today are going to be for just that purpose. So that's exciting. We're going to get up here and get everything set out. Actually managing 22 miles an hour, not used to that. Yeah, and the one thing that'll be different today is since we are delivering the first train here to Carterville, we don't really have any cars to pick up. So just a lot of set outs and then our work will be done. Should be pretty fast. So one thing I've done here is when you get to a town, you need to control right click on the signal, tell it to set on restricting, and then that way you can get access without, you know, blowing by a double red board. That wouldn't be good. Don't want to do that. Let's give him a whistle to acknowledge the signal. Only thing I don't know is which way the switches are thrown. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's see. That'll be good. Cool beans. Forgot to bring my speed down. It's all good. No hard feelings. Throw that switch. Turn the blower on just a little bit. Make sure we keep a draft while we figure out all our switching here. Several of the places are, you know, right here on the team track behind the station. There goes that safety valve. Sadly, I think that safety valve is going to be a permanent feature, which means that we might consider taking it out of realistic mode so that can go away. I'll see what I want to do. If that sound really starts to bother me, I might do just that. One thing I have noticed on these little narrow gauge locomotives is they don't coast very well, which, you know, maybe that was true. Don't know. But yeah, they really don't. So pretty much got to keep them under throttle anytime that you want to go somewhere. All right, that's the log camp over there. The other industries are here in town. So let's see where everything's at. I'm going to take a quick pause, put a cut in, get my bearings, and then I'll be right back. All right, I have decided. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and switch the industries on this track here. That's the CO2s right here close by, followed by CO3 right here, and then CO7 right here. So we'll go ahead and get these cars organized since we're more or less on this track. And then after that, we'll get some switching done with the grain mill. And then right before we leave, we'll drop off the cars here to get loaded with cotton. That should be where they're loading the cotton, so I think. Double check on that. CO1. I know I had at least a car that was going there. Huh, maybe I didn't. Okay, that's odd. Should have some empty box cars. Let's see, are those... No, yeah, okay, so let me just do one of these then. Let's do, I do want to do just one. This one right here. Let's tag him for the cotton loadout. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. I know those stock cars all go here, but we got some cars we got to get behind them first. Let's see, switch throne. Yes, good, because we obviously need some space. Let's see, get my bearings about me. It's been a while since I did some switching. There's a lot going on here. Let's work our way back. Where's the CO7 car? He's first. B&B number 24, that guy. Kill it. Yep. Used to railroader trying to tie the handbrake. All right, 24, he's first. Let's get it. Next up will be all the CO3s. Let's see. Any CO3s in the train? Nope. Just got to get this guy out of the way. Ah, shucks. That's funny. That's real funny. I didn't realize that switch was thrown. That's funny. All right, quick fix. Well, now that that shenanigans is over, we can try that again. I checked all my switches this time, so we're good now. All right, that's not his final place, but he's got to be at the back because he goes way down there. So we'll get him set up. Do I have any other CO3s? I can't remember, and I won't know until I hook back up. Although actually that's not true. I could just click on those. There are some CO3s. Yeah. Let's see, where are they? These, yeah, these three right here. Those are CO3s. Okay, cool. There's a CO7. Any other CO7s? I don't believe so. And then there's two more CO3s back there. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's bring it back. Oh, no, wrong way, wrong way. I wish it coasted a little better, but it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Bring her back. One car to a couple. Lot of slack action. And that'll do. All right, where's the furthest CO3? The last two before the caboose. Okay. Honestly, when I'm doing setouts, I like working from the back of the train. That's just what I like to do. We'll go ahead and think ahead a bit and get the 4 boxcars in front of it shoved right over here. That'll be smart for us to do. Kind of thinking ahead a bit so we don't have to repeat ourselves later. Those three are also going with us on this spur that we're switching right now. And then we'll shove everything back and get it into position. Yeah, but then these three are going to grain over there, and then this one's going to go behind us to the left. Not bad. All right, let's get that caboose dropped off. A little too far. We'll roll with it. There we go. So this is the one little narrow gauge railroad that we're going to interchange with. That interchange will be in Cornet, so the UNN Railroad. And then there's a couple spots where the narrow gauge line will cross over some standard gauge lines. And of course we'll have some interchanges there, just not with the rail cars themselves, but like some transload facilities that they, typically would have had back in this day and age. All right. Let's get ready to shove back. There we go. Whistle doesn't scale with distance, does it? It's all good. I couldn't have done it better because I can't do any of that stuff, so I'm going to keep my criticisms to myself. I'm just happy to have some narrow gauge stuff. Long time ago, I promised that I'd put out a video of some narrow gauge stuff. Here we are, guys. Finally. Finally made it. All right. Yes, we're putting out 2 cars over here. And those 4 we're just going to dump on this siding for now. Actually, we're going to do it a little bit differently than what I just said. Let's see, brakes. Yep, so there's our two cars, 966 and 120. Yep. Let's see, this car is the one that goes to the cotton loadout. I actually need him on the other side of these grain cars. So actually what we're going to do is just shove him here with the caboose, and then we'll just back him right up into position. That's smart thinking. But these three we'll shove right over here. Got it. Switching is slow, but switching is fun. Love switching. It's the whole point of the railroad, man. Get the cars to the spot. All right, let's bring her back. Ah, shucks. Didn't get the brake off first. My bad. There we go. Silly me. That's what you get for wheel slipping, man. Wheel slip is a plague. And just so you guys know, if you do decide to grab it at some point, the label there, CA04, that is the same that you will see on the sign and the name of the industry. So if you look on the map, you'll see the CA04. In this case, that is, where is CA04? Yeah, there it is, the grain loadout right there. So you've got that, plus also I have a little sign there as well. CA04, awesome. That way you know where it is. All right. Leaving those guys. Ah, too much. Sorry, too much camera. My bad. We need to go forward now. My blood pressure's up so high now that it spinning those wheels, putting too much tractive effort on the wheels too fast. There we go. It's a little better. Love these Tiffany reefers. I know they say DSP and P, but you know what? We'll say we just bought it off of them. How about that? Who's gonna know? And who cares? We don't count those rivets over here. We just have a good time playing trains. So actually, we'll go ahead and just spot them right now. Well, actually, we're going to take them all the way back and spot them. Why would we not? See? Having better ideas as time goes on. Love it. Let's get them spotted. I was going to say, that's a lot of steam in the steam chest there. Holy cow. Way too much steam in the steam chest. Which makes sense because, you know, the pistons weren't moving, so that steam has nowhere to go, so because the brakes. So it does make sense. It just builds up and then boom, you know. As soon as the brakes released, it blasts the pistons into motion. That actually makes sense. There is kind of sort of a dedicated train that serves the log camp that brings up empties to be loaded with logs and cordwood. Sort of. You know, if this local's ever really, really short, just run the two as the same train, because the grades are light enough that this locomotive can pull like almost 300 tons. And that's longer-ish than the max train length I would even get due to the sidings, which is 600 feet. So, you know, in a bit of fairness, sometimes they might be the same train if there's only 2 or 3 cars to be brought up here. We'll see. That's narrow gauging for you. Not everything is massive. It's small and slow. Secretly demoing a layout idea I have. Demoing the operation, see if I like it. All right, let's get those 3 guys spotted right there. Yeah, see, built that steam chest up too much again because I hadn't let the brakes off yet. My bad, my bad. Driving like a rookie over here, man. All right, these guys go back here now, because these are all O3s. O3s are here, so we're gonna have this whole cut's gonna sit right here. Try to keep this crossing clear. Get some water in that boiler. I do have all the junction levers set up such that if you're driving along track and you don't see a target, that means you're lined up for the non-diverging path. And if you do see a target, like right here, that means you're lined for the diverging path. And that was done on purpose to give you a little visual cue so you don't make mistakes like I did. All right, those cars, I believe, all are going to go actually exactly in that order. Yeah, because these 3 are going to O3. These are actually going to O2. Yeah, which is this one. Ah, yes, exactly. So they're actually in the correct order. That is great. What about those 2 flat cars right there? 22 and 7. They're going to CO6. Yeah, that's over here at the log camp. We'll have to run around those guys. Cool. I like it. So we'll shove them with the caboose. Like I said, safety valve's going to pop and we're going to burn steam. That water down a bit. I'm sure you guys probably do as well, but I just get worn out by the safety valve, so I usually spend my time away from the locomotive. All right, we're going to connect and shove. Connect and shove. All right, get that speed back below 5. It'll probably take care of that itself. Yep, just like that. See? Bravo. Don't even have to hit the brakes. All right, keep shoving actually all the way till we're clear with these 2 flat cars. bad. Not bad at all. Bring it to a stop for a moment. Yeah, train's getting a lot lighter now. I realize though that I'm going to need to give a second sign at these industries so that we know which side of the sign to park the car on. And what I mean by that is there's only this one car going to CA07. Is it here or is it there? Now I know it's here, but how do you know? That's the point. So I'll probably have to put second signs in for all these just to make it clear. That's okay. I don't mind doing it. Bring these cars back. I was gonna say, why'd it take my train from me? That was weird. Actually, don't know why I shoved it that far back, but it's all good. All right. Actually, put a little cut in right here. I'll be right back. All right, here we are getting the stock cars in line. A lot of cattle to be loaded today. Need to at least make a small area for holding the cattle right there at least. That's on me, you know, stuff I didn't really worry about, but little things like that I obviously don't mind doing. It's not a big deal. Finally got that boiler pressure down. Holy cow, man, this thing was wearing me out. All right. Gotta take it nice and easy with these locomotives. Nice and easy. Otherwise you'll just wheel slip. And we don't want to make any couples above 5 miles an hour because then we'll derail. Get the nasty X that we love to see so much. Alright. Came in a little rough, but it's all good. Alright, let's go get these guys spotted up. So CA07 is going right there. I'll actually probably make him straddle that, honestly. And then we probably don't have enough space because the rest of these cars all go to this one here. Yeah, so we'll probably just leave those all connected, or maybe we'll do like a token disconnect. I'm using the JR multi-industry so it will load or unload the entire consist, which is a huge, huge benefit. Let's see, let's bring the speed down there, get a stop on it. That's probably too far. Yeah, bummer. A little too far. It doesn't seem to think so. That's nice. Fine then, we'll just leave it. I'll just a little token disconnect here. Putting in too much water. Ah, no, don't do that to me. Ah, that was lame. Don't be that bug that permanently takes control away from me. Come on, man. Not cool. I've seen this before. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, finally got that fixed, but we had to actually delete the locomotive and replace it, which is one of the very annoying reasons why the majority of routes I make don't actually use interactive industries, because I just can't figure out ever what causes that exact thing that you guys just witnessed. I just don't know. But it annoys the mess out of me. Alright. I tried to stop it. I think I actually managed to do it that time. That's good. Let's bring it forward just a bit. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Even separated, that's awesome. Now these guys are next. So essentially this is 3 cars of feed and 6 stock cars to be loaded. Not bad, not bad. Yep, Brewer's Spent Grain Bulk. That's the one I'm using as a stand-in for feed. Alright. Now the only thing left for us to do is to make our runaround. Before we do that though, we got to head over to the turntable and turn the locomotive. Really, technically we should turn the caboose as well, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll spare you guys. Got tired of waiting. Just got tired of waiting. Nice. So the locomotive brake works well, guys. Oops. Need some power. There we go. Way too much water. Too much going on. Too much going on. All right, there we go. Cool beans. I'll see you guys in just a minute. See, to me, that just looks good. Cars on the team track, station, people waiting at the station. Cars at the industry, cars still to be switched. Town in the background. Can't get any better. Definitely panicked. It's okay. Really should have panicked there too, but all right. All right, going to get the get this so I can have a thumbnail ready. Turn the lights off for just a hot second. There we go. My thumbnail right there. Love it. Okay. Anyways, enough of that. Alright, let's see. The cordwood tracks. Bring it back, man. Bring it back. Oops, don't do that. Cordwood tracks are those. Yeah, there's CA06. And there's the log tracks. Nice. Notice I didn't bother modeling any like serious log camp details beyond just a couple of props to make it look busy. It's just not something I'm going to do on this route. I mean, even the section of it that I built for myself, same thing. Same thing. I'm going to populate it reasonable enough to have structure, and that's it. I've spent years building the Coxswain sub, and it's extremely well detailed, and I'm very proud of it. Not going to do that on this route. There we go. Bring that speed down a bit. Ooh, crap, need water. Crown sheet, anyone? Crown sheet? Going once, going twice. Alright guys, well this has been fun for me, I'll be honest. I've enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys have as well. But I'm going to have to cut it short after this one. Let's go ahead and get those guys disconnected. But thanks for joining in, everybody. This has been the, what is it? Piney Woods and Pacific. Keep wanting to say Piney Creek. Silly me. Piney Woods and Pacific. Well, if you want to see more of this one, leave me a like and a comment. Let me know, and I will make some more videos of this in the future as it continues development and as we get into operations and all that good stuff. Alright guys, we'll catch you guys next time.